Hey everyone, happy Easter. I'm so excited for what we have in store for you guys today. My name's Mishak, and before we even get started, there's one thing that you guys need to know, and it's this. Easter Jam is for everybody in your family. So whether you're a fifth grader or a preschooler, this is for you. As a matter of fact, kids, we're gonna need your help to lead the way. Parents, buckle up. We're about to do Easter the way we've never done before. No matter who you are, we want you to know that Easter Jam is for you too. So look around. Is anybody missing? If so, go grab them right now. I'm actually gonna go grab a couple friends myself. We'll see you here in a bit.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Hi guys, my name is Bianca and I'm so excited to be with you on this special day. Okay, hear me out. There are two kinds of people. People that love eating these and people like me. I just don't get it. How can you eat something so cute and grainy? Well, let's see how your family feels. Show me a thumbs up if you love eating these and a thumbs down if you don't. Okay, there's a ton of different opinions out there about Peeps, but no matter how you feel about them, you are going to love this next game. Your family is going to face off on the biggest Peeps jousting competition of all time. I'll explain how it works, and then I'll let you know when to begin. So first, you're going to divide the room into two teams. Next, you're going to take a Peep and assign one to each team. If you don't have Peeps, no worries. Big marshmallows will work just as well. You can also come up with creative names for your Peeps, like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles, whatever you want. You can also draw on your Peeps with markers to give them some personality. You can do a fun mustache or a bow tie, whatever you want, let your creative juices flow. Next, you're going to prepare your Peeps for battle. Take a toothpick and stick it in the front of each one, just like this. You can pretend your toothpick is a joust, a sword, a lightsaber, whatever you want. It just depends on how serious your family is about the competition. Make sure your toothpick is facing forward and that it's facing the other Peep, just like this. Place the two combatants on a microwavable plate. No social distancing is necessary. You just want the Peeps to be close together and facing each other. Then gather around, it's time for the big event. You're gonna place the plate into a microwave, setting the timer for 45 seconds. But you don't want it to run that long. In fact, please don't let it run that long. Watch at a safe distance until one of the Peeps drops its joust and it touches the other one. As soon as this happens, you're gonna wanna turn off the microwave. Parents, trust me on this one. Whichever touches the other first is our winner. Okay, it's time to do this thing. Don't forget to snap a photo or take a video. It's go time. My friend Cynthia and I are gonna go battle this out.
Hi guys, it's Cynthia here, and I have to admit, that was a lot more fun than I thought. Unfortunately, this happened, but that's okay because I won. You guys ready for another game? For this one, all you need is a laundry basket and a ton of socks. Doesn't matter if they're clean or dirty, just make sure that they have a match. If you need to, press pause and come back with all those things. Got your basket and socks? Great. Now pick two people to play, and don't worry, everyone will get a chance to play. To get started, dump all the socks on one side of the room and put the basket on the other side. And don't worry, parents, this will all be cleaned up soon. When I say go, friends are gonna go into the pile, find a sock and its match, and then you're gonna roll it up into an Easter egg, just like this, and throw it right into the basket. The player with the most sock eggs in the basket when that 1 minute timer ends is the winner. Everybody ready? We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1.
All right, families, gather back around. Okay, now that was wild. Really wild. Okay, so whoever won gets to do laundry for the entire week next week. Just kidding. Parents, do make sure that whoever won gets a special treat from you today. Maybe it's an extra peep from earlier. Guys, I hope you're having fun so far. Today we're celebrating because today is Easter. Now, if you don't know the entire Easter story, that's okay. We're going to talk about that in a bit. Before we move on to that, I know you have some family or friends that would love to hear from you. So, go ahead and pause this video and choose one of the challenges on the screen. We'll meet you back here in just a sec. Okay, bye, Grandma. Happy Easter. By the way, thanks for the sweet text, James and Capri. Today, even though we're celebrating Easter a little bit differently, it's still a happy day. And that's not because of peep wars or Easter baskets or chocolate bunnies. Now, all those things are awesome, but they're not what make Easter happy. What makes today such a happy day is what happened thousands of years ago on the very first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple. So simple, in fact, that it could be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of His own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked Him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then He died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely He was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took His body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now He was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow, I hear that story every Easter and it still amazes me. I mean, God sent his son Jesus to remind us that he is greater than anything that can go wrong. Any pain, any disease, he is greater. The fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that may happen in this world. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive. I can love others because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can have hope because Jesus is alive. As a matter of fact, here's an idea. Take the next few minutes with your family and think about how you would fill in the blank, I can, because Jesus is alive. Pause the video and we'll meet you back here in just a second. You know, I love conversations like these because remembering what God has done in the past helps me to trust him with what's going on in my life right now. And I hope that's true for you too. Maybe right now, this is a time more than ever to celebrate God's faithfulness and the hope that he gives us in Jesus. After all, that's what makes Easter such a happy day. Captivate kids, we love you. We can't wait to be able to see you guys again real soon. Happy Easter.